Okay, it looks like I'm here alone, and um, yeah, I think it's live. So, hi, here we go. So, today I'm going to try to talk through the difference between why you should choose affiliate versus software subscription, white label versus agency. To frame the conversation, I will start with um, what the other options are. But the point today is to focus on the continuum of if you're offering the platform, if you're offering HighLevel to clients, how do you use HighLevel? How do you decide what business model to build your business around? I'm Keith Bashirs. I'm the bald guy. I help small businesses implement HighLevel. Sometimes, as my agency, Bald Guy Marketing, that looks like a subscription to OmniHub, but that's my white label of HighLevel. That's the white label that Devin and I share, which is why we call our program the OmniHub Challenge. The point is, I do both with my clients, depending on what's right for them, which gives me a frame of reference that helps me frame conversations with other people about how they can look at these different options in different ways. Okay, so Devin Tracy is traveling this week, and so he's not available to be online live with us. And so I'm going to try to do the tech stuff and do the talking part, and I'm going to not use graphics. Next time I talk, I'll lay some of this out on a graphic, particularly the continuum of what constitutes agency services. Okay, so if you're here in the GHL Business Launch public Facebook group, the reason you're here is to get the trainings and from us so that you can decide how to move forward with your business. If you want help from us moving forward, then that's what the two private communities are for. One is a free group, includes all of this material compressed and organized in a way that's accessible, and it includes the interaction with the community as we try to help each other solve each other's problems. And then Devin also offers a paid version of the program, which includes all of the things that are in the private free community, plus a little bit more of his one-on-one, plus his one-on-one coaching, advising, implementation strategies, and some additional resources around his book. But the key parts of his book that apply to everyone in all situations are even included in his most recent book, are included in the free private community. There's just some portion, there's a couple extracts out of it that are included in the free private community. So if you are watching live, please comment live as a way to reach the rest of the audience, let other people know that we're here. And so I'm going to follow my own advice and say and do my comment that I'm live. And if you're watching on a replay, just type replay so that we can get a sense of when people are engaging. And specifically to give the engagement on these training posts so that they rise in the algorithm. That's why we're asking you to do those comments. If you have some other comment you want to make, then start with that. There should be a question. So I'm going to go ahead and write a poll, which is, which business model is right for you? And option 1 is, I don't know yet. And that is totally a valid answer, because I'll add this later. That's totally a valid answer, because the point of this training is to give you the framework to think through what your options are. And the point of Devin's decision matrix is to help you decide what criteria makes sense for you to make your decision that's unique to you. So since I'm typing these, I'm going to do it this way. The next thing, so you don't know, if you're just using HighLevel, whether you're using your own copy of HighLevel, you have a subscription directly to app.gohighlevel.com, and you're just in this group to learn how to use the software for your business, that's totally okay. That's business model 0 in this framework. That is the end user client company. Either a white label or a subscription to someone else's agency or a subscription directly to HighLevel. The next option is the affiliate model. That's business models 1 and 2 in my framework. Oh, it only gives me. Okay, so there's 3. There's I don't know is a valid answer. There's business model 0. I'm a user of HighLevel. There's the affiliate model. There's the SaaS SwaS software model. There's the traditional agency model, and then there's the supporting entities. So, in the description of today's live, I'm going to go backwards in sequence. I'm going to start with 0, and then I'm going to go backwards in sequence so that we can talk about, focus the effort on the continuum of agency services. And again, the point of this conversation is to help you decide what the options are, understand what the options are, so that you can use that framework and Devin's decision matrix to decide how you want to structure your business. So, business model 0, end users of HighLevel, whether you have a subscription to someone else's white label of HighLevel, or whether you have a subscription directly to HighLevel, either the $97, $297, or $497 a month plan, and I can tell you as a end user company why you would want each of those 3, and that will be a separate discussion. If someone wants specifically that training, please let me know, and we'll make sure we highlight it when we have why you should decide if your business model is 0 not to have more than the 97 plan. Business model 9 are software developers. They are writing apps that connect HighLevel to something else, or that do some additional function that allows HighLevel to do more than HighLevel is capable of doing. and they are writing apps in the app, and those generally are available either as snapshots or as apps in the app marketplace. And they are writing apps for the app market that are available in the app marketplace that plug holes, gaps in the way HighLevel functions. So HighLevel has launched a lot of features, and some of those features have minor inconsistencies in the way they act, in the way they perform what we would expect them to do. And so we have these. So we have our developers, what I call business model 9 people, who are helping us fill in those gaps, fill out that capability. Business model 8 are support agencies, and whether they're operating as a white label support agency, acting on behalf of you as an agency. So they're saying, when they're talking to your client, if you're business model 3, 4, 5, or 6, they're actually talking to the client as if they're a department of your agency. Or they might be gray labeled where they just talk about the platform, or let me help you solve that problem. Or they might be a black label, their own branding, but they're subcontracted from you, and so you tell your clients, hey, oh, by the way, you're going to be getting contact from, when you ask me a question that's a technical issue about this particular part of the thing, you're going to get a response from so and so, and that's on my behalf. And so those business model 8 people can operate any of those 3 formats depending on what makes sense for them. So if you want to be a business model 8 business, you have to decide which way you want to communicate with the clients of your customer, because some customers won't accept one of the other options, those options, and so that makes them not an ideal client for you. And business model 7 is people who, like Devin and I, are helping you figure out how to use HighLevel. They might be an affiliate who then has follow-on services after the affiliate sign up. That would be a business model 7 kind of framework. They're not actually, as a business model 8, they're actually in answering specific questions for your clients, or they're helping you build a specific thing. In business model 7, they're just advising you, coaching you on how to build it, but you either have to build it yourself or you have to hire some other level 8 business model 8 entity to actually do the build. As Bald Guy Marketing, I do some business model 8 stuff. As GHL Business Launch, I'm coaching, advising. I'm in the business model 7 kind of role. Okay, so that's business model 0, business model 9, 8, and 7. For the rest of the time I have with you, 40 minutes or so, the providers of HighLevel to the user community fall in 3 basic categories, and each of those, for the purposes of the framework, are divided into 2 subcategories. And they're clustered like this. The 2 promoter entities, the 2 affiliates, and I'll jump into why I have 2 different affiliate models here in just a moment. I have the software providers, SaaS and SwaS, and I'm going to differentiate between the 2 here just in a moment. And then there's the agency providers, marketing partner, marketing associate, and marketing agency. So that's what I'm going to talk about in the next few minutes, is those 6 categories: business model 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to go into the conditions that you might be looking at your business as to why you would choose to be business model 1 instead of business model 2, or business model 2 instead of business model 4, or business model 3 instead of 5, business model 4 instead of 5, 6. So the easiest business model using HighLevel as your business, as your product, is the affiliate model. Literally, the entirety of your business is, hi, friendly person, I love you, I love what you're doing in your business. I use this thing called HighLevel. I think you would benefit from it. Here's my affiliate link. Why don't you sign up and go enjoy using it? There's an onboarding process that HighLevel does. You can get access to all the training from a vast array of other providers, and you're going to do great. The reason you would choose not to use that model is it means you're providing no service to your customer. Your customer is buying this product, and you're hands off. They're on their own. Good luck with that. The reason that might be the right thing to do is, especially if you have like a coaching program. So you have this coaching program where you're showing people how to do things. And oh, by the way, in order to do it, you can use 4 or 5 or 6 softwares, and then you're going to have to go figure out how to use those 4 or 5 softwares and connect them all together. Or you can use this thing that I use, which is the HighLevel. And oh, by the way, here's my affiliate link, and you can sign up for HighLevel. So you run through the coaching program, and it's 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It's a year-long coaching program, maybe. And at the end of that coaching program, the relationship ends. And so you shouldn't feel obligated to continue providing services to this person after the coaching program ends. But if they've signed up for your HighLevel through your affiliate link, now you have an ongoing revenue stream from that person. And do you continue to have a business relationship with that person? I sure hope you would. That's a very good reason why you would do a pure affiliate model. Your existing product or your existing conversation is around some other service, and the sign up for HighLevel is an add-on. That's what I call pure affiliate, business model 1. Business model 2, the reason you would choose business model 2 instead of business model 1 is business model 2 is deliberately revolving around HighLevel. So now, instead of having a general business coaching program or a life coaching program or a training on how to operate a model railroad club or whatever it is that your business does, then or another reason you might do the pure affiliate model is if you're a contractor. This analogy or just this scenario just came to my mind. If you are a general contractor and you're providing services at somebody's house, and in the course of the conversation with that person, they say, "Oh, by the way, I really liked the notifications you gave me about how you were setting up your appointment and you're coming out and sending me your invoice. I'm in business too." You might follow that. "Oh, you're in business, so how do you do those things?" And they might say, "Well, it's challenging, and that's the reason I noticed how smooth yours were." You could say, "Oh, I use this thing called HighLevel. Here's my affiliate link." That would be a pure affiliate model. Your relationship with that person has zero to do with HighLevel. You only know how to use HighLevel for your own contractor business. And so you shouldn't be then obligated to teach them how to use HighLevel because you only know how to use it for your particular use case. So you say, "Here's your affiliate link. There's lots of training resources. Do your onboarding process. It'll all be great." That's another way you might, if you're not even in this kind of space, if you're in a pure service business kind of space. Okay, back to the value-added affiliate. Now, suddenly, if your business revolves around teaching people how to use HighLevel, so here's the gaps in HighLevel and how do you work around? What are the workarounds to make it work anyway? Here's the features and functions of HighLevel and all the ways that it solves problems for businesses. And you're putting out content, attracting an audience revolving around the conversation you're having that's about HighLevel. And then someone signs up for your affiliate link, and you have this set of bonuses that goes along with it. You sign them into your community, and you start having this ongoing dialogue and helping them solve additional problems at no additional cost. If you were charging them an additional cost, that becomes a different thing than a value-added affiliate model. That becomes sliding over into the business model 7, business model 8, coaching and advising. But a core portion of your income stream may very well be coming from, so you might have this coaching program that's an additional $100 a month or $100,000 a month, whatever it ends up being. But a core portion of your recurring revenue is the people that are in your coaching program are also your affiliates. Thus, even if they drop out of your coaching program, your affiliate income is still flowing. So that's the value-added affiliate. It's the relationship revolves around the software of HighLevel and how you help them implement HighLevel for their own business and for their customers' businesses. Okay. In both of those cases, all of your public messaging is talking about HighLevel using the branding HighLevel. There's no hint, there's no subtlety that you're taught in nuance in how you're messaging the platform. One of the challenges with the four agency models is if you're choosing to white label the software, now you have this challenge in your messaging of maintaining the veil of the way you're talking about the platform. And sometimes you can gray label it, and so you can just say it's the platform, or HighLevel does have the gray label brand. Lead Connector is the name of the mobile app that's available on the App Store or the Apple Store, Google Play Store. I'm an Android guy. There's a set of gray label Lead Connector videos on YouTube that you can tell somebody, hey, go watch the Lead Connector YouTube video series. That'll give you a core understanding of the features of HighLevel. That'll give you a core understanding of the features of my platform. Because, and here's how I message it. When I'm having a conversation with somebody about OmniHub, and I want to maintain the veil of this is my branded software, it's just built on a different platform, then I will talk about Lead Connector. I have all these features and functions in OmniHub, and they're connected by the Lead Connector function. Oh, by the way, there's a mobile app. You can get it for your phone that is the Lead Connector mobile app. And that's because we're sharing the data between these features via the Lead Connector, then we might as well also have it on the mobile app as a Lead Connector. That allows us to, that gray label brand, it's still a separate brand from, in my case, OmniHub, but it gives us a way to talk about how there's these features that don't natively talk to each other. The reason they talk to each other is because of the Lead Connector. It gives us a branding that we can say, it runs on this platform that, it runs on this other platform that utilizes the Lead Connector function. If you're less worried about maintaining the white label branding of your software, then you can say, oh, by the way, and it's built on this amazing set of software called HighLevel. And there are people who are totally in all four of these other agency models who say it that way. I have this custom marketing platform that works really good in your niche industry, and I'd love to share it with you. Oh, but it's built on this platform called HighLevel, and oh, by the way, here's all this other stuff that HighLevel does as well, and we can help you implement some of these other things as well. That's the advantage of not maintaining the veil of the gray label the gray label white label veil, and seeing not just Lead Connector, but seeing letting them see HighLevel allows them to then turn around and ask, hey, can we implement this as well? Yeah, sure, let's do that. All right. So the continuum of agency services, from the highest end product, the one that you can sell for the most dollars, and requires the most commitment from you as the agency is the marketing agency or the traditional marketing agency model, what I call business model 6. That business model 6 requires you to provide the kind of marketing services that we would have provided 5, 6, 15, or even 20 years ago. Not me, because that long ago I was in the Army. All that stuff up there on the wall represents my time in the Army. But all of those things that marketing agencies do, traditional advertising agencies, production, we just came out of Super Bowl season, so production of all the video, all the Super Bowl ads is what traditional marketing agencies do. It's conceivable that a marketing agency could use HighLevel to do the things that they normally would do, be more efficient at the way they do it internally, and yet the result for the interaction with the client is the same as it always was. The marketing agency is doing marketing, generating leads, building goodwill, publishing press releases, doing search engine optimization of the website, optimizing the Google presence for Google Voice search, voice search, optimizing the website for generative AI search, as technology is constantly moving. That would be a traditional marketing agency, and the way the client company knows that the results are happening, they get a report from the marketing agency, and their phone starts ringing. Their emails start coming in. People start going onto the website and filling out the contact form. But there's no direct interaction between what the agency is doing and customers flowing into the business. Almost said a person's name. What HighLevel was trying to create when they created HighLevel was bridging a gap between the traditional marketing agency activities. And so the reason business model 6 is still a valid business model is that if that marketing agency is a social media marketing agency, they could use the social planner of HighLevel to provide social media marketing activities, but not have the client company ever sign into the client's account in HighLevel. Thus, business model 6 is still a valid business model. Business model 5 is what I call business model 5 is what HighLevel was originally trying to create when they started creating HighLevel, and that was, how do we connect the dots between the activity that the marketing agency is doing and the activity that's happening for the client. So if the marketing agency is providing reputation management, so we are asking their customers for reviews on their behalf, and when the review comes in, we're publishing it on their website as in a display, in a widget, and we're responding to that review with a "Hey, thanks for the review," both a direct message if that's an option, or on the review having the online response in Google or in Facebook or wherever it is, saying, "The owner said, thank you." That's the marketing activity, but it's invisible to the business owner unless the business owner also has a way to see that this activity happened. And so what the base framework, the original idea of HighLevel was, when something happens in the business and you send a review request, putting a alert into the business owner's world that says, "We just did this review request on your behalf, and oh, by the way, we got a response, and here's the new review that's now published on your site." This starts connecting the dots. And it becomes, as this relationship grows, it becomes what I call business model 5, the marketing partnership. Effectively, the marketing agency, instead of being an independent agency who's out there doing something in cyberspace and sending out emails and sending out direct mails or whatever it is that the marketing agency does, it starts acting as an outsourced marketing department and maybe even an outsourced sales department. The activities start becoming so closely intertwined via the software that the client company can literally say, yes, I approve that social post, so in the social planner. This client company can see the email that came in because of the email marketing campaign, and the client can respond directly instead of it being managed by the marketing agency. That's the concept of the marketing partner. It's the marriage between the marketing activities and the sale and the connection with the sales. So in the 9-part marketing plan, we talk about there's the before activities, which is identify the target market, develop the message, build a compelling offer, and then what channels will you use to push this offer, the message about this offer, to that audience. And then the follow-up after the sale is the customer experience, lifetime value of the customer, and getting a review, generating follow-up, building the online reputation. The during the sale portion of a 9-point marketing plan is lead capture, lead nurture, and sale. In a traditional marketing agency, the marketing agency's interest ends as soon as the lead capture happens and it's passed off to the customer. In business model 6, in business model 5, as a marketing partner, that line slides further and further toward being engaged in the sales process. So that's where the differentiation between business model 6 and business model 5 is. And if you are sitting at the counter, sitting at this training event, and you're trying to decide of the 9 business models that Keith talks about, which one is right for me, if you are really good at crafting marketing messages, or you're really good at SEO, or you're really good at generative AI optimization of a website, or whatever, you can generally charge more to fewer clients and provide higher revenue services if you're a traditional marketing agency. The problem that HighLevel was trying to solve was those agencies traditionally had a lot of churn because the customers constantly questioning whether you're getting the results you're claiming, because they can't necessarily see the results on their sales floor. As we slide into business model 5 and the marketing agency who's using HighLevel is involved not just in lead capture, but also in lead nurture, and even sliding into the sales department, especially with the advent of conversation AI and voice AI, this makes the relationship between the business who's providing fulfillment and the agency who's providing marketing services tighter and tighter, ever tighter, more intertwined. Reduces the opportunity for that client company to churn, to change agencies, because what your service is providing is so closely intertwined. So if you want to continue to be primarily a marketing agency, that's totally valid, and especially if you have the creative or copywriting skills to do that well, that's a really good. I have no idea why there's no subtitles. I don't know if Facebook prevents titles on live. I didn't think so. I thought that was a Facebook function. I don't know. So All right. Yeah, I understand why you would want to be um, in silent mode. I get it. I don't know why there's no closed captions. Um, Maybe I'll be able to download this one later on and upload it to YouTube and get captions or descript um, in after the fact. All right. So that's why you would choose. So the reason you would choose to be a pure marketing agency is if you're really good at that stuff, you can generally charge a premium for that, for those kinds of activities. The advantage of marketing model 5 is you're still doing those creative kind of services, maybe to a lesser extent, or you're allowing the client company actually has a marketing department and they're doing their own messaging. Um, um, and I'm seeing the conversations happening, and that's okay. Um, so that's and if in that case they're doing the activity, you're just helping them with implementing the software, and that's sliding down a little bit more toward business model 3. But especially if you're bringing part of the planning to the system, you might fall in a category of business model 5. The advantage of both of those models is you can charge more than if you're only providing a software subscription as business model 3 or business model 4. You're also because you're charging a higher price, your expectations need to be higher. Your client reasonably has a higher expectation. Okay. The difference between SaaS and SwaS, when the two concepts were first regularly bantered around in high-level world, there was a school of thought that said SwaS is what you should do. And then there was a whole bunch of people talking about, well, I can just provide my white label SaaS, and HighLevel is so amazing that why would I have to also provide some agency services? My contention, and the reason I developed this 9 business model framework, was literally revolving around the distinction between SaaS and SwaS. And then I looked at the traditional agency, and I realized there's a fourth gap in the middle, I realized over time that this is a continuum. All those other 5 business models are totally valid business models, for the reasons that I think I've articulated, and I'm glad to dig as deep into them as you want. Business model 3, SaaS, is similar to business model 1. It's a pure affiliate model. It's SaaS on the surface is a pure subscription to a software. And the service is, unlike affiliate where I'm going to hand off support requirements to HighLevel parent company, my service, if I'm a SaaS model agency, is I'm going to maintain your subscription to your instance of my software. That is my service to you. Usually, when a high-level agency picks SaaS as their product, they will also build a niche industry template or snapshot of assets that go with that account, because that is the value add of why they should sign up for this particular SaaS instance of HighLevel or Lead Connector or whatever, in our case, OmniHub. They're signing up for this because it provides some additional value. Otherwise, the agency could just say, you know what, in your case, you just need a core base level of HighLevel. Here's my affiliate link. I'm going to act as a pure affiliate in this case. Here's my affiliate link. Go have fun. The reason they would say, here's my white label SaaS, is because they're saying, in your case, I have a snapshot set of assets that makes HighLevel do exactly what you need in your industry, and that, going back to the marketing plan is the compelling offer to a core target market. So if you're talking to somebody and you realize they're not your core target market, they aren't in your core offer that your SaaS meets, you may very well say, but I can help you. I'll just give you a subscription to, as a business model one, here's my affiliate link to HighLevel. The people who brought the concept SwaS into the HighLevel circle were saying just giving someone a subscription to a software, even if you're helping them implement the software, doesn't actually solve their problem. What you need to do is solve a problem for them. The with a service part, so SaaS, software as a service, the service is providing service to the software, making the software work, doing the maintenance of the assets so that it's customized to that particular client. Software with a service is this gray boundary merging with the marketing partner, where in the marketing partnership, the marketing agency is doing some marketing activities, typically generating creative content. Software with a service, typically it means that the software company isn't building new marketing assets, isn't running new marketing campaigns, but they're managing the campaigns that are included with the snapshot. So the reason you would choose to be SaaS is if you have a target market and an offer for that target market that is a perfect solution for that target market, that industry, that sub-industry, and you are really good at implementing the solution for and maintaining the solution for that client company to do their own thing. The reason you would slide more toward a SwaS model, software with a service, is if you're doing some more active engagement, instead of just maintaining the software, just maintaining the snapshot and assets in the software, that's actually a fairly good suggestion, Lavinia. So the advantage of the SaaS model, the SwaS model, is because you're actively involved in implementing the marketing campaign for the client, your relationship with the client is more active conversational. Just like the business model 5 marketing partnership is more active conversational. So all four of those, there's good reasons why you would choose any of those four, and the reality is no one that's listening to this conversation, this message, is going to have a pure version of any one of those four, or a pure version of a pure affiliate or value-added affiliate. Almost everyone is going to have, either they're going to have a couple clients that are in one of the other categories just because there's a different relationship at a personal level, or they're going to find that for their particular niche industry and their particular offer, what they're actually offering is on the gray area boundary between each of these categories. So you might end up with a software with a service that really, in my mind, looks more like a marketing partnership. Or you might call it a marketing partnership based on my framework, but someone else would look at it and say, "Oh, that's just SwaS." Okay, it's a framework. It's not a hard and fast categorization, and every single business is going to be at a different place in its business journey, and every single business is going to be in a different place in its industry positioning. So all of those factors come into play when which leads us to realize that none of these are hard line, this is the way it is in any case, in all cases. at one point, as I was building this framework, I had 12 and I could imagine 18 different categories. And eventually they just became so artificially specific that they were no longer practically functional. 9 business models gives us enough different ways to think about each of these categories, and they worked out. It worked out better to have pairs instead of triples, instead of a pure affiliate and a value-added affiliate and some other kind of affiliate. 2 makes sense. For the software side, 2 versions of providing software white label, 2 versions of agency, and then the fact that they happen to be a continuum between the 4 of them. The model built itself as I was analyzing, working through this. Okay, so to implement, to think about why you, instead of conceptual, what each of these 9 business models is. Let's talk through it as an example of a core offer that you might give that would make you the difference between which business model you're in. So business model 9, the software developers. So if you are writing code, or you're asking an AI agency, what is the code for this? And it's not something that is, and it is something that is changing the functionality of HighLevel. That would be a developer. That would be business model 9. So if your core offer is, hey everybody, I know that many of you want to use HighLevel as a project management tool, and HighLevel is not a project management tool. Therefore, I'm going to build an integration with ClickUp and with Asana and with Trello is Asana. And so these 4 project management softwares, and I'm going to build the integration so that you can use these softwares, and it's going to display in your HighLevel, and it's going to use all your contacts out of your HighLevel. That would be a business model 9, the problem that a business model 9 business might solve. If you hear people in HighLevel complaining about how the Stripe payment processor, they're unhappy with it, and you say, I can build an integration with this other payment processor. That would be a business model 9 kind of function. Business model 8, if you're writing code or getting an AI to write code to change not high level functions, but modify it to work the way the client wants it to work. So say there's a page that's default in HighLevel, and the client wants the background to be chartreuse. I don't even know what color chartreuse is. And you don't have an option natively in HighLevel to change that color of that page to chartreuse, but you can find code, or you can write code that changes HighLevel. That would be a business model 8. It's not changing the functionality of HighLevel. It's just changing how it works in that particular instance for that particular client. Usually business model 8, the problem you're solving is agencies who are really good at doing business model 6 or business model 5 creative agency stuff, and they need somebody to do the business model 3 and 4 implementation for their clients. That would be a business model 8 kind of problem. So you're going to the HighLevel agencies themselves, that's your target market, and you're saying, I can help you onboard and service your clients. And you can either do that as a white label, you can do that as a gray label, or you can do that as your own brand, black label, depending on the relationship with the HighLevel agency, which one they want, which one they're comfortable with you talking to your client, to their clients. So that's the problem. The problem that you would solve is HighLevel agencies who don't want to do the technical support or can't do the technical support for their business model 1 customers. Business model 7, the problem you're solving is people who have this set of software called HighLevel, They have an agency level subscription, but they're trying to sell customers on buying their agency subscription. The problem is they're trying to sell a product, and the customer doesn't want the product. This customer doesn't want a subscription to another software. The customer wants their problem solved. If you can, as a business model 7, help high-level agencies figure out what problem the agency customer has, so help the agencies understand who their target market is, what compelling offer would solve a problem for that core target audience. That's business model 7, helping them figure out how to use HighLevel to solve a problem for a customer. The problem that business model 1 solves is businesses who don't have HighLevel, who should have HighLevel. Okay, so the problem is a business has multiple pieces of software doing multiple things, and none of them talk to each other. And one is really good at this, and the other is really good at the other thing, but it's requiring them to physically we used to call air gap, physically read the data over here, retype it over there. You can get rid of subscriptions to both of those softwares if you can use HighLevel as the all-in-one platform. That's the problem that business model 1 solves. The problem that business model 2 solves is someone who knows they need HighLevel, but they know that that HighLevel is incomplete, and they need more capacity that comes with the package. That's the value add. That's all of these other assets that people are providing that incentivize the affiliate link. The problem that SaaS solves is a business who has a business model 1 problem. They have multiple pieces of software that they're doing marketing communications with, but they don't have the time, energy, or capacity to figure out how to use HighLevel themselves. They need a SaaS agency who's going to come alongside them and say, let me customize it to your unique industry and also maintain it for you so that you can just log into your Lead Connector app and do the conversations and not have to worry about all the things that are happening inside HighLevel on the background. The problem that SwaS solves is a company that needs some software solutions to their business problems, but they need a marketing campaign happening. They don't have the process in place to do the marketing. The with a service is here's the template, here's the snapshot that is my SaaS, but oh, by the way, the snapshot includes this marketing campaign that we're going to implement on your behalf. It's sliding out of providing pure software, which is SaaS, and sliding more toward lead generation and lead nurturing, which becomes the marketing partnership relationship. The reason you would provide the marketing partnership instead of SwaS is if you want to be actively involved in developing the marketing campaigns for this company going forward. You're helping them as an outsourced marketing department, because their core problem is they don't even know what message they should be transmitting. They don't know who their target audience is. They don't know what their core message is. They don't even know, and therefore they're shooting in the dark on channels. They don't even know. They've probably picked the wrong channels, but for sure they don't. You know, as the marketing consultant, that they're not talking on the right channels to the right audience. That's when you slide out of the SwaS mode, which is just providing the capability, and it depends upon the model for both SaaS and SwaS depends on the target audience being able to do their own marketing. You're just providing them tools to do their marketing more efficiently. Marketing partnership puts you in a consulting, advising, fractional director of marketing role where you are solving their technical they're not just solving their technical problems with the software, you're also solving their messaging problem with their target audience analysis, their offer development, and the message channels to get that message to the right audience. That is a much more complex problem that you're solving. And actually, this helped me clarify the difference between Model 4 and Model 5. So thank you, Lavinia, for challenging me with this mental exercise. And then business model 6 requires you, if the problem you're solving is you are serving as a marketing consultant, you're advising the client company, this is who your target market is, this is what problem the target market has, this is what you should offer them, this is the message that you should use to put that message in front of them in a way that's compelling to them. And oh, by the way, because that audience is listening here and not there, these are the channels you should use here and not there. So the problem that you're solving is as it differentiates which of these business models you are in for whoever your target market is. Okay, so I have now been talking for over 55 minutes. Thank you for the notes and for the challenging mental exercise. And I'll send you a note reminding you, Lavinia, so that you can do the exercise from your perspective. And you all have a great day. I'm Keith Bashirs, Bald Guy Marketing, and here in the GHL Business Launch world, we're helping people identify whether HighLevel should be part of their operating system for the way they run their business, and if HighLevel is part of what they're offering to their clients, how they structure that offer. All right. Yes, we'd love to see you here every single week. We also have our private group. There's a paid version that Devin runs, and it includes some one-on-one with him coaching. It includes some more details in the training modules, but the core of the training modules are all also available in the free private community, GHL Business Launch. That is accessible through the free version of OmniHub Challenge. You all have a great day.